The Last of Mohicans by James Fenimore Cooper. The 7 Years' War sets the New World ablaze. Cora and Alice Munro cross the wild forest, guided by the Huron Magua, toward their father at Fort William Henry. But the road narrows, dark and hostile. Magua hides his treachery behind calm eyes. Each step leads them farther from safety. From the heart of those woods comes salvation. Hawkeye and the Mohicans appear, swift, silent, born of the forest itself. Magua, the subtle fox, is unmasked. He slips into the shadows. The chase begins, breathless, deadly. The group finds refuge in a cave swept by the river. The torches flicker. Fear grows in the silence. The Hurons strike in the night. Blades flash, screams echo. They are too many. In the chaos, the Mohicans vanish into darkness. They swear to return for their friends. Hayward, Cora, and Alice are taken captive. Magua walks ahead, vengeance burning in his eyes. On the trail, Magua reveals his hatred. Colonel Munro once shamed him before all. Now the Huron demands blood. To erase his shame, he wants Cora as his slave. But she stands tall, proud, and fearless, choosing death over chains. The Mohicans appear, disguised as enemies. With cunning and courage, they turn the fight and free the captives. At last, they reach Fort William Henry. Cannons roar, smoke darkens the sky. Cora and Alice find their father amid the chaos of war. The fort is tense. Hayward defends the soldiers' discipline, while Hawkeye speaks the language of freedom. Hawkeye rejects the laws of men. He believes in the law of wind and forest, in the justice of the wild. He condemns the Hurons for selling their souls to gold and drink, and honors the nobility of the Mohicans. It's not the skin that makes the man, he says. It's the heart, the loyalty, and the given word. The fort shakes under Montcalm's fire. The thunder of cannons shakes the earth. Hope fades. Hawkeye watches the weary soldiers. Their lost eyes still search for victory through dust and smoke. A message from Montcalm arrives under a white flag. Munro knows the battle is lost. Surrender is the only way. An honorable truce is signed, but in the shadow of the camp, Magua waits for his moment to strike. The English column leaves the fort, unarmed and silent. Each step echoes like a farewell to glory. Suddenly, screams break out. Montcalm's Huron allies break the truce. Blood spills, terror floods the forest. The massacre begins. Men, women, children fall beneath the blades. Mercy is no more. Amid the chaos, Magua seizes Cora and Alice. Their cries vanish in the fury of drums and fire. The survivors set off in pursuit. Hawkeye follows the trail, each footprint a promise of vengeance. The enemy group divides. Cora goes with Magua, Alice is taken elsewhere. The forest swallows their separation. Between the trees, their voices fade. Two sisters lost, two fates torn apart by war. Uncas follows Cora's trail, his eyes burning with silent love. Nothing will stop him. Between them, a silent bond grows, the nobility of two souls, bound by courage and fear. Armed with his rifle, Uncas watches over her. In his eyes, respect replaces fear. Two worlds meet. Hayward, in love with Alice, watches the growing bond between Cora and Uncas. With unease he cannot confess. The love of Cora and Uncas is a fragile flame, an impossible light in a world shaped by hate and fear. Hayward disguises himself as a French doctor. Under this mask, he enters the Delaware village. Uncas, Chingachgook, and Hawkeye arrive soon after. The old chief Tamanun gathers the council of the tribe. Uncas steps into the center of the circle. He reveals the sacred mark on his chest, the last prince of the Mohicans. Tamenund bows before him. The ancient blood of the Mohicans still flows, but the tribal law cannot be broken. Magua appears, claiming Cora by the law of war. Silence falls upon the council. Uncas rises to defend her, but Tamenund is bound by law. Cora is given to the Huron. Cora accepts her fate with dignity. She begs only for her sister's life. Magua drags Cora toward the mountain. Behind him, Uncas rallies the Delawares for the final pursuit. The chase begins across ravines and hills. The ground trembles under the Delawares' feet. Fate draws near. At the top of a cliff, Magua holds Cora. The wind howls, blades glint. The duel is inevitable. Uncas leaps onto the rocks. The clash is brutal. Blades flash in the light. Magua strikes. The blade pierces the young warrior's heart. Uncas falls, his eyes fixed on Cora, proud until his final breath. Cora steps toward Magua without fear. She refuses to follow him, choosing death over bondage. A Huron strikes her down. She falls beside Uncas, united in death. Magua tries to flee through the rocks. Hawkeye pursues him with the fury of a hunter. Cornered at the edge of the void, Magua turns, eyes filled with defiance. He raises his hatchet one last time. The shot rings out. The long rifle speaks. Magua stumbles, then falls into the abyss. Evil is vanquished. Silence falls upon the mountain. The Delawares find the bodies of Uncas and Cora. Victory tastes like mourning. The funeral begins. Songs rise toward the sky. Uncas is buried as a prince, last heir of a vanished people. Chingachgook stands alone before the grave. His gaze drifts over the forest. He is now the last of the Mohicans. Hawkeye kneels and whispers his prayer. He speaks to the memory of a fallen brother, of a time that fades away. The wind stirs the fallen leaves. The forest falls silent again. Only the old Mohican and the hunter remain as witnesses of the past. Did you like this story? Let us know. Hit that like button, drop a comment below, and be sure to subscribe to Storytime Illustrated so you never miss a classic. Want more epic tales? Click on either video on screen now for your next illustrated story.